So with the pen tool, we can get started here. So using a pen tool, we will basically do the draping here. Okay, so we can basically drape the bottom shaping now. So I want to make it transparent, so I will just reduce the opacity of this. Like this, when step by step, we will start making the draping here. Same way, I will just do the bottom part here. Have a look at this first. So we can do this curves part here, and then we can also do the back part here. So you can reduce the opacity from here if you want to make it transparency. And we can also use the eraser here. So we can do this kind of draping. So now, for example, if you want to do some structure effect, so we can do it above the top layer. So we are done with this kind of draping here. So you can just have a look. This is just a basic drape first. If any doubt is there, just let me know. So we can do the texture and then do the shading. So we can do the shading here. So now we can do the burst shaping as well. So we can basically do the transparent layers. So in transparent layer, we can hold the control key, select the transparent layer, and on the new layer, we can do the shading. So we can basically do the shading. So once you're done with the shading, you can do Control plus D to deselect. Now on the skirt layer, we can do shading. So we are done with the shading. Now we can make a new layer for doing the highlights as well. Highlights we will do just to add the little shine on the garment. So we can do the highlights now. So this is how we are done with this. Have a look at this, then I will teach you the fabric texture here.
Sir,
Yes, Afrin.
like for shading, we have used brush tool.
Yes.
So, when to use dodge and burn tool?
See, burn and dodge tool we don't use for like shading as such. Just a little bit of like darker tone, lighter tone over the velvet fabric or texture, you can use that. But normally, proper shading effects we do with the brushes only.
Okay.
Hmm. This is how we are done with this. Now we can start with the fabric textures effect on this. Fabric texture, for example, if I want to do a leather effect here, so how we can do that? So bevel and emboss and all techniques so we have learned. According to that, we will use the leather and all effects. So for example, if I want to do a leather fabric, so I will download a leather. So you can go to edit, define brush preset. So you get the brush here. Now wherever you want to place it. So above the bottom layer, you can make a different layer. On this layer, you can take a darker tone of the base color. Opacity and flow will be 100%. So we will basically place these looks here. After you're done, you'll go to filter, drop shadow, and bevel and emboss here to get that proper shinier look in the leather fabric effect. Got it? For example, if I want to make the shadows look more darkened, you can duplicate the shadow here and do the clipping mask. Basically, you can make the shadow double by duplicating it on. Okay, till here everyone is clear, right? Now, for example, if I want to do that sequence kind of look on the top layer, so you can just make a new layer above this. You can take a normal dots effect to soft round brush or hard round dots. Windows brush settings will have the spacing here. Okay, color dynamics here. Scatter part also here and the count. So we will basically get that sequence touch here. We can take a lighter tone and darker tones here. Okay, so I want to do this on the top layer. Above the top, we will make a new layer and we will basically give that sequence fabric effect. This is how we are done. Okay, let's understand now some of the effects. But first, if any doubt is there in these, just let me know. Okay, then now next part comes here. This is for the effects which I want to teach. So leather effect and the sequence we have done. For example, if you want to, okay, so you want to do some effect with a proper sequence kind of look. Like for example, you have the structure effect here. So sorry. So for example, if I do a structured look here, after making the structure, you have done the shading and highlights on this. And then I want to do a proper sequence effect. We are done with the shade like this. Okay, now let's do the first embroidery lines. In that, we will understand the sequence part. So like this. So you can download some sequence fabrics for. So we can go to the layer, affix. First download the image and open it. Go to edit, define pattern. So you get the pattern done. FX, pattern overlay, and you can apply a pattern like this. So we can do the scaling. So see, you can add the fabric swatch like this also using the pattern technique. So we are done with this way. Have a look at these effects. If any doubt is there, just let me know. If you want to give the furry effect, so you can do the lines here, like thread kind of look. So this is how the thread kind of effect can be done. So this is how we have finished the layer till this.